Welcome to the channel. Today we will solve a problem that frustrates many online shoppers. Small leftover balances on prepaid Visa gift cards that keep getting declined for insufficient funds. First, we will explain why these declines happen. Next, we will show a practical, compliant workaround to capture every last dollar by converting that leftover value into spendable store credit. Then, we will walk through the exact steps, real-world tips, and common pitfalls to avoid. Finally, we will reinforce your understanding with quick quizzes and a concise recap so you can confidently rescue those stranded balances. Here is our agenda. We will begin by breaking down why prepaid cards with small remaining balances get declined in typical online checkouts. Then we will introduce the balance reload strategy and explain how it transforms a low-balance prepaid card into usable store credit. After that, we will go step by step through a repeatable process. We will also share practical tips, fees to watch for, and policy nuances. We will test your knowledge with brief quizzes and conclude with a quick recap and next steps. Most online checkouts attempt a single full authorization. If the order total exceeds the prepaid card's remaining balance, the processor often does not support partial approvals. Instead, it tries to authorize the full amount and gets an insufficient funds decline. Consequently, the transaction fails even though there is still some money left on the card. This is especially common with small leftover balances. The balance reload strategy is straightforward. First, verify the exact leftover balance on your prepaid card. Next, register a zip code with the card issuer if required for online purchases. Then, choose a retailer or platform that lets you reload your own account balance or buy an internal gift balance in exact dollar increments. By purchasing a reload that matches the card's remaining funds, you force an approval for that precise amount. Afterward, those funds sit in your merchant account as store credit, which can often be combined with your primary payment method to complete larger purchases. This approach rescues the remaining dollars and makes them easy to spend. Let's walk through the steps. First, check the exact remaining balance on your prepaid card using the issuer's website or phone system. Second, if required, register a billing zip code to ensure the card passes AVS checks online. Third, select a retailer or platform that allows reloading your own account balance or purchasing an internal gift balance in exact dollar increments. Fourth, review any reload limits, minimums, maximums, or fees that could affect small amounts. Fifth, initiate the reload using the prepaid card for precisely the leftover amount. Sixth, wait for confirmation and save a record, such as a screenshot or email receipt. Seventh, when you are ready to buy something larger, combine the newly added store credit with your primary debit or credit card if the merchant allows it. Eighth, keep a quick log of what worked and any fees encountered so you can repeat the process efficiently next time. A few practical tips can save time and money. Register a zip code on the prepaid card to pass address verification. Be aware that small temporary holds can appear during balance checks. Some merchants impose minimums or maximums for reloading, which may block very small amounts. Where fees apply, make sure the fee does not exceed the value you are trying to recover. Since prepaid gift cards often lack a cardholder name, focus on entering the zip code and CVV correctly. Not every retailer supports mixing store credit with another payment method, so check the policy in advance. Use the funds promptly to avoid expiration or inactivity fees. Maintain a simple record of balances and confirmations. Even if a platform allows partial authorizations, using an exact reload amount reduces confusion and helps ensure the funds are fully captured. Finally, always read the terms, because internal gift balances are typically non-transferable and non-refundable. This sequence diagram illustrates the exact reload flow. First, the cardholder initiates a reload on the retailer platform for an amount equal to the prepaid card's remaining balance. Next, the retailer sends an authorization request through its payment processor to the card issuer. Because the amount matches the available funds, the issuer approves the transaction. Then, the retailer credits the cardholder's account balance accordingly. Finally, when the cardholder places a larger order, the checkout applies the store credit first and charges the remaining amount to the primary payment method. This flow captures the stranded value and makes it easy to spend. This table lists common types of platforms that support internal balance reloads. Major online marketplaces often allow custom amount reloads that post quickly. App and game stores may let you add internal gift balance to your own account, but these are often non-refundable and may have minimum reload amounts. Streaming and media services sometimes allow wallet funding for rentals or subscriptions, though promotional rules can limit stacking with other discounts. Some retailers offer a built-in wallet or store credit system that you can fund and then use for purchases. Verify whether they permit combining that credit with a conventional debit or credit card at checkout. Quiz time. The question is, what is the key to getting a prepaid Visa with $3.84 remaining approved online? Option A. Split the checkout across 2 cards directly. Option B. Reload your own store balance for exactly $3.84. Option C. Add the card to a wallet without a zip code. Option D. Overpay and request a refund. You may pause the video now to think about the answer. We will discuss the answer in the next section of the video. The correct answer is B. Reloading your own store balance for the exact remaining amount aligns the authorization request with the card's available funds. This typically succeeds where a full purchase attempt would fail, and it converts that value into store credit you can actually spend. Here is a simple example. First, you check the prepaid card's balance and see $5.27 remaining. Next, you register a zip code and confirm the security details, like CVV. Then, you reload your store balance for exactly $5.27. After the reload posts to your account, you make a $42.19 purchase. The checkout applies the $5.27 in store credit and then charges the remaining $36.92 to your primary card. The order succeeds, and your stranded balance is fully utilized. On the left are best practices. Register the card's zip code first. Reload exact amounts to ensure full capture of the remaining balance. Save confirmations and keep a basic record. Confirm whether the retailer allows combining store credit with another payment method before placing large orders. Use the funds promptly to avoid potential inactivity fees. On the right are pitfalls to avoid. Do not depend on split tender at checkout, since many merchants do not support it for cards. Avoid questionable resellers. Do not violate platform terms or attempt to bypass controls. Do not wait for expiration to render the value useless. Finally, do not overlook fees that could consume the leftover balance. Here is your second quiz. Which factor most commonly causes online declines for low-balance prepaid cards? Option A. Lack of CVV. Option B. Merchants attempt full-amount authorization rather than partial approval. Option C. Prepaid cards cannot be used online at all. Option D. The card number changes daily. You may pause the video now to think about the answer. We will discuss the answer in the next section of the video. The correct answer is B. Many online checkouts request an authorization for the full order amount, and when that exceeds the prepaid card's available balance, the issuer declines the transaction for insufficient funds. Please consider these disclaimers. Always comply with the card issuers and retailers' terms. Be aware that fees, temporary holds, and reload limits may apply. Internal gift balances often cannot be transferred or refunded. Policies can vary by region and change over time, so verify details before acting. This content is educational and not financial or legal advice. Use only legitimate sources and follow all anti-fraud and compliance rules. Additionally, returns and chargebacks may be processed differently when store credit is involved, so review the retailer's policies. Let's recap. First, check the exact balance. Second, register a zip code and confirm necessary details. Third, reload your own account for the exact amount to capture the remaining value. Fourth, combine that store credit with your primary payment method when the platform allows it. Fifth, check fees, limits, and policies in advance. Finally, save confirmations and keep notes so you can repeat the process smoothly in the future. To wrap up, you now understand how to convert leftover prepaid value into useful store credit using exact amount reloads. This tactic helps avoid declines and makes small balances easy to spend. Remember to check terms, fees, and combining rules to stay compliant. Consider practicing with a small amount to build confidence before relying on this approach for multiple cards. Thanks for watching. If you found this helpful, please like the video, share it with someone who could use the tip, and subscribe for more practical money-saving strategies. Tell us in the comments how this worked for you and which platforms handled reloads best in your experience.